Those who stayed feared they would die. The communities of Grande Isle taking a direct and unforgiving hit from Ida.
Oftentimes, it seems the news looks for the worst part of what's going on, and then they film next to that. That's just the one spot that got hit. Here, that's not the case. This is complete destruction.
To acknowledge how brutal Hurricane Ida really was to Grande Isle, we must take a look back in history to experience this community's unfortunate relationship with disaster. The local residents compare every storm to Betsy, which in some places covered the town in 16 feet of water. Then the infamous Hurricane Katrina. Next, the BP oil spill. Its epicenter occurred just off the coast of Grande Isle. Then, of course, Hurricane Ida. Many of the residents have lived through every one of these disasters, which has given them unparalleled perspective on the true impact that Hurricane Ida had.
We had more damage for this one than Katrina. This one did a lot of structural damage that we never seen.
In disaster zones like this, teams of professional responders are needed to relieve the community and begin the rebuilding process. Union College in Lincoln, Nebraska has a one-of-a-kind program that specifically trains the next generation of first responders for events just like this.
So FEMA declared this island uninhabitable and blocked it off to all traffic except essential workers. And it's been an honor for International Rescue and Relief to be counted among those essential workers, to be here as skin.
International Rescue and Relief is an undergrad program that teaches rescue skills, humanitarian aid, and disaster response best practices. Hurricane Ida provided an opportunity for the IRR students to run a disaster response in the real world. A group of 26 students took a week out of school to help a hurting community in Grande Isle.
We wake up around 5:30 every day. We have worships together in the morning and the evening, which helps with our morale. We have been, for the most part, been tarping roofs, so ensuring that the belongings of the people, the residents here, a bunch of their homes have big holes on their roofs, so we just try to cover it up so that no more damage is done to the interior of the house as well as their personal belongings.
This is an amazing opportunity for the students. They are doing everything from food distribution for all the first responders. They're working at the point of distribution for the community. They are retarping roofs, doing debris removal, helping people pull the moldy items that are in their homes out and put them next to the curb where the FEMA trucks will come and pick them up.
Not only are the IRR students gaining valuable real-world experience, but they are working hand in hand with the local community. After talking with local residents, it becomes very clear why Grande Isle means so much to them.
I've been living here 51 years, and I never thought about moving. In Grande Isle, it doesn't matter if it's a disaster or not, we're always around each other. So we build real good friendship with everybody.
Southern hospitality is alive and well despite disaster. One of the locals invited us to stay at his home, and we're now using that as our base of operations. The fire chief stops by at least once a day, makes sure that we have plenty of water and diesel and gas for our generators and vehicles. And
people like y'all and your organization is a real big help to Grande Isle. I'll say y'all took probably about 70% off of our back of work. Y'all are an angel to us, looking over us and helping us. That's how we look at it.
The reality of living in Grande Isle is the constant threat of hurricane. Time after time, though, the local residents were very clear that no disaster is stronger than their community working together.
Like I said, I already seen it get knocked all the way down and it built all the way back up. It just takes a little time. But Grande Isle's gonna be Grande Isle. That's how they do it.
Every town has their historian. For Grande Isle, that's Leota. She has lived on the island her entire life, owns a local eatery named Yums, and says she knows just about everyone on the island. We drove around on her golf cart as she gave detailed histories of every wind-torn home.
These two houses, I'm going to tell you the story my uncle always tells. These two houses are the two houses where most of the island kids were conceived. That was a starter. That's what he says. These two houses were where you stayed when you first got married.
After many laughs and stories, she became serious when we asked how long it could take for Grande Isle to be rebuilt to normal.
To normal? Normal is what you make of it. I believe this could be normal. But there was a man that put in the newspaper, don't bring anything to Grande Isle that you really treasure because you never know if you're going to lose it. And that's how it has to be. I would give it anywhere from 5 to 10 years where it's going to really start to show some progress, real progress. I think we'll be all right after that.
5 to 10 years until rebuilt to normal. These are the communities that the International Rescue and Relief Program dedicates their work towards.
Most of what we do is because we just want to serve. People here are just selfless, and we want to give back to the community, especially seeing how resilient the community is here and how people within the community have been helping each other. It's super motivating for us, and we see Jesus through them. We learn about all these experiences in textbook. We learn about development, the different theories of development, and it's really cool to actually practically see the resilience of a community.
They are taught FEMA IC, the incident command structure. They are taught rope skills. They are taught disaster response and management. To watch them put the theory that they've learned in the classroom or even in mock situations now into a for real situation, they are running the entire thing from start to finish.
The IRR team's selfless relief efforts were rewarded when they caught the notice of the National Weather Channel.
We have a pretty awesome opportunity to share our story with the Weather Channel, the National News Weather Channel. They reached out to us and asked to do an interview with us, so that's where we're headed.
People coming from hundreds of miles away to help out. In fact, we have a group of young people doing that right now. You guys are from Union College. Talk about the unique program and the work you're doing here on Grande Isle.
Yeah, so we have this pretty awesome and unique program called International Rescue and Relief. It's a 4-year bachelor's degree with all of our students becoming EMTs. They get their rescue training and rope rescue.
The goal of the IRR program is to give students the perfect mix of adventure and service.
IRR's motto is a career of adventure and a lifetime of service, and it's super evident in all of the projects, all of the disaster responses that we go through, all of the training. It really equips you to become that selfless leader who just wants to do good.
A college program that trains for and provides this kind of experience is one of a kind. But the true lessons learned always seem to come from the individuals that they meet along the way. Grande Isle may get battered down, but these people have stood strong in the midst of the strongest winds.
Some people are so ready to write us off. That's not happening. This place is going to come back even better than what it was before. Better.
We just get knocked down and work back up. That's all we do. As long as they got a piece of sand here, I'll be here. I don't go nowhere.
The original Grande Isle people here are resilient. We've been through hell and back, and we probably will go through hell and back again.
Next step, we just keep rebuilding, get back. We're going to get hit again. Don't know when, but get hit again. Hopefully that people like y'all would come back with open arms, because they really love y'all down here.